I've been mostly on a nostalgia trip for, basically ever, I guess. But, lately I've been thinking about some older games I don't think about all the time. I usually go through cycles with games every year or so. Particular points of the year, I'll think about certain games over other ones and replay them or this or that. But I did Deus Ex for a while. I started thinking about Mirror's Edge, and then I started thinking about Saints Row again. And I wanted to do at least one video on the game stuff, but I don't know. This one's going to be a little bit of a departure. I don't talk about this shit a whole lot anymore. Usually, if I will bring it up, I try to limit it to at least being tangentially related to something video game related or just some other topic. But so I've been looking at dating apps, and it goes through waves where you might go on a particular app, you might go weeks or months without any messages. Sometimes you'll get messages from 10 different fucking, profiles in the same day or same week or whatever. And they always show up when you're not exactly feeling the greatest. And also, weirdly, whenever you're the loneliest. And, the way that these apps collect data on you to sell, they have to be able to use that stuff to pretty much determine, when you're in a mood like that. Like, just, they don't even really have to know anything about you. It doesn't have to be intelligent at all. It doesn't have to understand concepts like attraction or loneliness or sadness or like whatever the fuck. It just has to crunch numbers, right? Um, so for an example, like dating apps, I actually talked to a dude years ago. He made his own program to do this, where um, it's a really basic way of doing image detection and to like find duplicates, to the point to where Google uses this and like some other programs or sites online. It'll scale every image down to the same square pixel count resolution, um, make it like a grayscale, and then it'll just compare it to other stuff scaled down the same way. It doesn't have to know anything about concepts like faces or buildings or anything like that. It just has to compare pixel color values. And there's a kind of a fuzziness to it. You can tell it what the threshold is, right? The range that would count as the same or this or that. And it's fairly robust. And my point being is that these dating apps like Tinder or whoever, even Growler, um, they don't have to understand what you're attracted to or anything like that. They just have to do that process there and compare that to what you normally swipe right or left on or who you'll normally respond to. They can just take that data, compare it to those images with however they perform that process there. And it has it has the effect that they basically can, selectively stop you from seeing motherfuckers you would want to see without having any knowledge of anything relevant to that. Sexuality, orientation, attraction, love, anything like that. It looks like it's doing something intelligent, but it's really not. And it's something I noticed for years and years. It's more obvious on Tinder. I'd say it's pretty well understood that they do shit like that, but that's maybe they do it a little bit more advanced, but that's a real simple way you could do that. And even back in the day when I used Scruff, I stopped using it just because I'm not going to update it like it wants me to. It would even tell you, like, here's the different body types of dudes you respond to. It had like a graph of the shit. Well, you don't think they can use that info? But so just the same way it can analyze your usage of the phone to however way they do it indirectly determine you're in that mindset, because your usage of the phone might change in ways that you're not even aware of, but they can infer from that and then just selectively put these motherfuckers in your face just to kind of rub it in or whatever, right? Just reminds you how alone you are. And so I'll notice that I'll see motherfuckers that if I find them attractive and I open their profile, it says they're in a relationship, right? or something else that it would know bothers me, right? And I have that issue, uh, I also think it's just whether or not it lets motherfuckers that it knows you would be into even see your profile in the grid. But I have that issue occasionally. I'll get messages as well of motherfuckers. It's very clear that they're just there to fuck with me. Like, oh, I find, like I mentioned, that female to male transgender, so born a chick, but they're a dude now. Messaged me a couple weeks ago, like being all enticing, just to basically tell me we're not going to fuck or whatever. Like, that was like their last message. Oh, keep your hands to yourself. Right? It's like your profile says you're kinky, this and that. It's like, oh, okay, but I don't get to hit that. Right? Well, I had a dude, like, this is what spurred me to do this, is that I had a dude message me maybe a week ago or 2 weeks ago, but it's one of those things that'll linger for a while and then they'll message you again. They keep giving you, and humans are psychopaths, so they'll do this. They'll try to get under your skin like this, but it's more about getting you to, like, make a move, right? So they'll hint at stuff or just say whatever they think will, I don't even know how to describe it, but it's like they smell blood in the water and, somehow they end up messaging you, and they always do it in such a way to just, appeal to loneliness or this or that, just to get you to respond. And that's what this dude did. He messaged me, and all he said was, "I'm looking for love too." And I didn't respond. In my head, I'm just like, I don't give a fuck what you're looking for. Like, what you're looking for get me anything? Plenty of motherfuckers out there want love too, and they're not giving me any love, right? Like, I'm not getting, like, it's like, just because you want the same thing as me doesn't mean you want it with me, right? And he, as he didn't say that. He didn't say, oh, I'm here to give you the love you deserve or whatever. So I ignored it, and then maybe a week ago he messaged me again saying, something like, oh, I know it's been a long time, or something like that. And he said, so it's been almost 10 years now. It's like, well, you know what? I don't recognize this dude at all. He looks like a dude I would be attracted to. I doubt, I can't know for sure at this point. I fucking guess, but if we would have fucked, I would have known it, right? I don't really recognize the guy, but he's talking about, oh, it's been almost 10 years. Okay, well, then that would put him somewhere in the 2016 to 2018 time frame. And maybe I talked to this idiot before, but if so, I don't remember. He sort of looks like my first ex, but my first ex is shorter than him and also shorter than him and also older. Which, I mean, those stats, they could just, motherfuckers can just make it up. So that doesn't necessarily prove anything. But I don't know who it was, who it could be. But maybe it's just some idiot I talked to on a dating app before. But I seen that message and I ignored it as well. Okay, well, like today or yesterday, he sent me another fucking message. And something about that, it's like, oh, um, something about, like, I fumbled you, right? Oh, I guess I don't even remember how exactly. I could look at the phone, I guess, maybe, see if it's even still popped up on there. Yeah. It was almost 10 years ago, but I fumbled you, I guess. Right. Basically, he tried to entice me with wanting love too. Whatever, like, I give a fuck what he wants. Then tries to act like we knew each other, and now he's talking about, oh, I guess I had my chance already. And if I did talk to this dude before, that actually makes it worse. Because, like, oh, okay, so you could have given me, you're supposedly looking for love too, and so you could have given me nothing but love and happiness for the last 10 fucking years. Instead, you just choose voluntarily to just leave me to rot, and force me to have all the permanent life-destroying experiences I've had since then that could have totally been avoided if you just gave me the love you owed me. and you want to just pass that off as, oops, my bad. Dude, these humans really will do the most evil shit and act like it was just a fucking accident, like they didn't do the shit on purpose. Yeah, my bad, yeah. Well, see what the fuck my bad is then. As I said before, like you humans, like this isn't going to end the way you want it to either. And if you think just ruining my life was what counted as winning to you, then just get that. You can get that Pyrrhic victory if you want it then. All right. But, I mean, clearly, like, you know what, at this point, it doesn't matter anymore. Even if this idiot was someone brand new that showed up and was, like, serious about it, I mean, it's too late now. Like, it really doesn't matter if I don't ever find this shit now because it wouldn't do any good. And it just beyond pissed me the fuck off. It's like, cool, so you've known about me for 10 years. So we could have been together for 10 years. I know fags that I've known for 15 years, but they go marry some other dude they just met, right? Like the moment gay marriage became illegal, they already knew me, but they go marry some other dude. Or we're together, like my first ex, he terrorizes and oppresses me, throws me away, and then marries some other dude as soon as I'm gone, right? And anytime I'm with a dude, they want to hide that we're together. But the moment they're with somebody else, like right after me, every fucking time, oh, well, that shit they want to plaster everywhere. Again, just to fucking rub it in. And it's like, well, you could have gave me that shit and you chose not to. They always want to say, can't, I can't. No, you absolutely can. Humans always want to try to shift blame like that. And so this is a big reason. If I talk about like the woke shit in video games or like GTA 6 pride parades or whatever, I really don't give a fuck about these faggots at all, okay? I can talk about, the conservatards and how they just blindly hate homosexuality without a valid reason. But at the same time, I don't give a fuck about these leftards either. They can all go to hell. All right, I hope I see plenty of fucking videos on WorldStar or whatever on the fucking internet this year of you faggots getting ran the fuck over because you want to be fucking all naked shaking your ass in the middle of the fucking street. Fuck you. You want to act like I'm the one that doesn't fucking count for anything. You want to cry and bitch, like you're the one that's an outcast, a victim of society. And dude, I can't tell you how many of these fucking evil human homosexuals I've had just show up just to help ruin my fucking life and just add more fucking evil shit to my life. So I don't give a fuck what happens to you. Oh, you want love too? Well, you don't deserve it. That's the thing. It's just like Elliot Rodger. All right, those fucking demonic cunts wouldn't fucking deserve them even if they wanted them. All right, well, same thing with these faggots. All right, they wouldn't deserve me even if they wanted me. Yeah, but like that's the thing. They don't give a shit because in their psychotic child molester brain, they're not missing anything. And all humans are child molesters. Like I said, human homosexuals are evil because they're human, not because they're homosexual. So, your little alphabet terrorism shit and all that, you can just all shove it up your ass, okay? Because you faggots, it's beyond effortless to just make my life so fucking easy. Like they want to get it. And I always sit here thinking, it's like, well, fuck, where's my where's my equality? Your little fucking community shit, like, equality shit, and it's like, they'll have, 6 boyfriends and 4 sugar daddies at the same fucking time. And I was like, where's all my free shit in life? Half the fucking profiles on these apps, they literally just want to live with somebody for free, right? And they're going to have their little OnlyFans, but I'm a piece of shit if I wanted one. Yeah, I'm not supposed to be able to, fuck somebody that I'm in love with and display our love to the world and get paid for it, and we can just live life easy. Getting to fucking, just love each other or whatever, right? Like, I shouldn't get to have that, but you should get it just because you want it. Fuck you. So, like I said, there's so much I can say, but, I'm almost done on the 15 minutes on this, but whatever. I don't feel sorry for none of those faggots, say humans can all fucking die for all I give a fuck. You don't deserve life anyway. Where I'm just fucking pissed.